scorched earth
is
immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels.
beefy.
Good. Hate to see that.
Though people would argue kind.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Morden.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000, perfect target, optimal growth, like gardening.
Keeping it level?
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan, not difficult, increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further, chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic, didn't want to repeat. All life precious, universe demands diversity.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us, got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
Aww.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage, right choice. Still, hard to sleep some nights.
How can you agree
I
with using the
love
genophage,
Morden.
Morden? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Solarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Solarians, not me.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that?
Yes, United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment, simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
It's so scientific.
We're not gonna
lingo.
find Malin staring at consoles. Come on.
Oh, there's so many more. Okay. Yellow? Oh.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer.
Oh.
Sterile Werelock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Morden.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The
Hey,
doctor killed
Why do I
millions.
have to be an asshole
Modified
about it?
genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor, genophage affects fertility, doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism.
Thank you,
focus on
Lonely,
reincarnation.
for that.
Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn.
I'd
adapt,
like to
improve.
think that I
Refuse to
don't
believe
just
life ends here.
present a
Too
question in an
wasteful.
asshole
Have
way.
more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
If you need this much soul searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes. Millions of data points. Years of arguments. Countless scenarios. All noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous. No unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war. Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
When you put it that way, you did the right thing. Not many would have the guts to look at the results and own it.
Not easy. Sometimes wish I wasn't as intelligent.
Right?
Choice would have fallen on someone else. Not
Like, I'm
my
sorry
fault.
I'm not, like,
Fool's
talking or
wish.
anything. I'm actually
Had to
really
be me.
interested in this
Others
conversation.
got it wrong.
I do miss when they actually
Ready to go, Shepard.
dealt with some ethical and difficult conversations in their games. Because we don't get that anymore. And I miss it. And it's so nice. And so lovely. And I want it back. Now, again, I did enjoy the Veilguard. But it definitely didn't have any...
This looks interesting.
Ooh. Any, like, hard-hitting conversations. Is not a, like, ethical or hard-hitting conversation. Lonely. Absolutely, Litterbug. I'm so sorry. You're right. I should have remembered the shaving kit. How derpy of me to have forgotten. Oh. Hello? I'm gonna take your stuff. Like, I do feel that character's journey is an important journey to have shown. Lonely. But it is very much not a...
You killed the Bloodpack guards.
Not Bloodpack. Not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm a nerd, not scout. Werlock guards got me.
I feel like part of the problem is it's shown up in a lot of video games, so it doesn't feel like it's actually doing anything new or groundbreaking. It's just, we're having this conversation again. Yay. Whereas I actually haven't played many games where you have a companion who literally, like, sterilized an entire species for the betterment of the universe that they're existing in. What did they do? We were looking for you.
You don't look so good. Are you injured?
They gave me things. Injections, mostly. Sometimes gas make me sick.
Oh,
Fever,
oh, don't kill him.
aches.
I like him.
Can't keep food down.
He didn't try to shoot me right
Fixing
away.
The genophage. I'm making a sacrifice for all Krogan.
Do you need help getting out of here? You should be clear to the exit.
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I'm mattered.
Millions of children will be born. Werlock children. They're going to destroy the other clans.
But... no. No, they said I was helping Erdnot.
They
If you want to
lied.
help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp all injured.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go. Go!
Nicely done. Fortunately, subject is unlikely to be contagious.
Unlikely. Thank you, Morden, for saying that.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot can cause a significant explosion.
Or a well-placed shot. Explosives useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
Up front!
Oh, I didn't reload. My bad. You're fine. Oh, you have all that. Oh, dark. Where are you? Where'd you go?
I'll
There you
put
are.
them down!
I want to shoot you again. Negging in this play here. Yeah. Any more? Was that it? Was that all? I never. Oh, puppy!
I'll put them down!
Neutralize. Not difficult.
Thank you, Martin. Glad you guys got it before it jumped on me. Are they just hiding in this room? Oh. Ooh. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Unfortunately, I think to get more engaging conversations again, we're going to have to,
Yeah, right on your arm.
significantly better writing in our video games again, because it has been a while since we've had, like, good
Incoming!
writing.
Getting up close!
I feel like they try to rush everything too much now. Why didn't I fucking reload? There we go. So they're like, we have a story to tell, but like,
Killed that one.
we need to have this conversation in under 10 minutes over the entire course of the game. Otherwise it's gonna take too long and we can't have that. Woo! Oh, everybody being like, you can't expect this level of quality from game developers?
Krogan charging!
Closing in.
Like, how dare they actually put that much effort into their game and have such a clean, finished product. You cannot expect us AAA studios to be able to do that. We can't do that. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little wild that was the response that we got from them. Yeah, let's make that one cool. I'm like, but why not? They did it. I wonder, we can't. You guys have so much money. Please just put effort into your game creation. Oh, which one is Supermassive? Like, I know the name and I know I've played their stuff, but I cannot remember what games they've done right now. But yes, my AAA game faith is not wrong. Oh, I have never played Hades. I've never been a roguelike person, unfortunately, so that is one... Like, I know a lot of people who love it. Who f***ing love it.
I'll take it.
But I've never played it. Yeah, those two are doing pretty good. Oh, I have done Until Dawn. Until Dawn was...
Malin, alive.
I liked
or
Until
harmed?
Dawn, and I liked The
No signs of
Quarry.
restraint, no evidence
The
of
rest
torture.
of their stuff is...
Don't
yeah.
understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
Maybe the Werelock brainwashed or drugged him to keep him under control.
Unlikely. Pupil's normal. Body language consistent with standard metabolic state.
Please, Professor, you wrote a paper on this. Forced behavior modification always results in mental degradation. Whether from Reaper indoctrination or drugs, test subjects always lose higher cognitive function.
Not brainwashed or conditioned. Need Malin at peak
Hi,
capacity
Silver.
for work.
Welcome on
Must
in.
be alternate source of coercion.
He betrayed you.
The Blood Pack never kidnapped Malin. He went to them. He's working on a cure voluntarily.
Contact said he was with Blood Pack. Assumed. But why? Never argued with necessity of
Hi,
genophage.
Squirrel.
How was I supposed
It's
to disagree
going.
with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands,
I did.
It takes a bit more to put things right. I can deal with that.
I do like whoever made the Horizon games. I think they've been doing a pretty good job. And the God of War revamp series. Both of those games are, like, in my opinion, very well made and done. And the God of War, at least, definitely has some good writing. I think Horizon has mixed. But I'm not playing it so much for the, like, story aspect. I am, but, like, not as heavily.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Morden? Did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
Uh-huh.
What happens if the genophages cure to the Krogan expand again? That'll be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the
Really?
Traverse, Geth attacks in the
I wonder
Citadel.
why that is, but
this
that's,
a
like,
more peaceful
interesting.
universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
I think it's possible that the gachas aren't trying to appease, like, the angry nerd culture. They're just like, here's a game, you're building fashion, we've added a story with it. Eh. Whereas, like, AAA games are trying to make sure that they keep as many angry nerds happy as possible, which means they can't keep anyone happy, because to keep all of them happy, you'd have to make a bunch of people really angry. I also feel like they try too hard to include these days like current issues, like whatever is the hot topic of the like last decade, they're gonna put in the game to be like, look, we're acknowledging the state of society right now and what everybody in society is concerned about, instead of like medical ethics is kind of an always thing that we've been talking about for a while, which is why I think like this quest specifically is really cool. And like BioShock, like scientific ethics and stuff behind experimentation is always going to be a thing that we're arguing about. So I feel like hitting something that's a little more universal and less focused on particular regions
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and
would
the
make
gang?
writing better.
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You honestly think the experiments you did
We
here
committed. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expanding?
But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weirlock? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weirlock, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Weirlock. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Weirlock's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Huh.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Oh, he just punched him.
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait, you don't need to do this, Morton. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard.
I love Morden.
Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weirlock left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Oh my god, Morden just jumped
Special
straight to
tasks
murder. I
good
love
for covering
him.
Tracks. No proof. Weirlock willingness to work with Salarian. Unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special task group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Morton. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one.
I know. This is so great.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. closure, security. Still valuable, though.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Warden. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure, but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chunka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
I would agree. Lonely, I think that one has been my favorite so far. That one was... Like, I feel like that one actually had any kind of impact or a conversation going into it. Okay, how do I leave? How do I leave? Let me out. Like the conversation the entire time was good. Okay, so like, given when this game came out, I understand why he doesn't, because they can't guarantee who's in your, like, squad, and that is something that I appreciate from, like, the newer Dragon Age games, because we haven't had a Mass Effect game in a while, where they do give different companions different reactions.
Increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. Based on population profiles, Clan Erdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children.
Ah, intelligent move. Surprising from Krogan. Glad to see it.
You see that special they had on the extranet? That
Yeah.
crap rots your brain. You should be
Like,
out
it would have been cool if Grunt was there and had said something.
You don't have to
But, like,
overcrowd the ambassador. Turn back, human.
Not gonna be
I may be
pissy
an
that he didn't.
ambassador among my people, but that doesn't mean I have to speak to the likes of you. Don't think that carrying this whelp of a Krogan makes you worth my time.
Pearl! Welcome on in,
Down
welcome on
before
in.
my guards
Hello.
decide to reject you.
I love you,
You seem
you're
like a
incredible.
well-traveled Krogan, Ambassador.
I am.
Then you must know who I am.
Ah!
Stand down, men.
Hi, Cosmosis!
Starting to like this human.
Welcome on in.
I am the ambassador to Erdnot.
We're in the middle of a conversation.
We're a small clan based in the Kratic Wastes.
Oh my goodness, here we go. If you guys are not following Pearl Tees, please do. Oh my goodness, such an absolute icon, beauty, legend, just perfection, literal walking perfection. If you are not following Pearl, please, please, please give Pearl a follow. Has been doing a lot of Marvel Rivals, and I think is still playing through Dragon Age Veilguard. I saw that the other day, but a lot of Marvel Rivals. We do love Marvel Rivals. It's basically like a walking embodiment of Storm. Like, if I was to cast anybody as Storm, it would just be Pearl as Storm. All the time. Yeah, it would just be Pearl as Storm.
If Knockmore is a small clan, how do
in
you
my
think a more
dreams,
powerful
oh my
clan can destroy
goodness.
you?
We are the clan of the great
He's the one
warlord
to drop it
Knockmore
the day after my birthday.
who faced down platoons of Turians and won.
Season 1 of what,
Most clans learn us
Litterbug?
to respect our ancestor is due.
What business does Clan Knockmore have with the Erdnot?
Clan leader Rex requested that I come. He and Clan Knockmore.
Oh, are we not in Season 1 right now? Are we in the, like... I always get confused when they release a game and there's, like, a competitive scene in it, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it started. And then they're like, Season 1 dropping, and I'm like, what was this battle pass for?
I thought all Krogan want to be warriors.
Got
What
it.
makes a Krogan become an ambassador?
Gotcha.
You don't know as much as you think, human. A Krogan diplomat has to represent
One
his
day I
strength
hope to be good at Marvel
or
Rivals.
his clan appears ripe for conquest. I
It'll never
slide my
happen,
way
but
to the top of
I
my
can
clan,
train.
human. I speak with the authority of a warrior.
I should
That
go.
was a good conversation that I
sure
totally paid attention to all of.